PCT Oregon, day 20. Didn't film much this morning. Got up, I think I left at like 7 from camp. Had a hard time falling asleep. Just crazy for the amount of miles. I thought like I'd lay down and be out, but I don't know. Takes the body a while to wind down, I guess. Or the mind, I don't know. Anyway, didn't really get solid sleep until about 2. And then at 2 o'clock from about 2 to 6:30, just boom, out. I could have slept longer, but wanted to get good mileage today to make the next 2 days shorter. So anyway, got left camp at around 7. It's pretty warm this morning. All things considered, next to a lake. Tent was a little damp. The ground cover was a little damp. I might lay those out today. I plan to do it at the Lolly Lake, but we'll get to that. So anyway, it was a quick 2 miles, rocky downhill, which is slow because you just got to watch every single step. Down to Halali Lake. Was the second person there. They opened at 7:30. I think I got there just before 8. Nice little store. Don't have a huge selection. Nothing like I was hoping for, drink-wise, like chocolate milk or coffee or like cold coffee, that kind of stuff, juices. But they did have hot water for hot chocolate and apple cider and coffee, so I had an apple cider. That was really good. Had a couple of pops, a Sprite, and A&W that I saved for later, and a bag of chips. So I got that in my bag for later tonight too. Pretty overpriced, but if you consider, like, there's no major roads out there. Everything's back roads to get there. Therefore, bring all that stuff in. And yeah, I don't think it's crazy unreasonable, and it's cash only, which I had some. So yeah, I wouldn't want to do like a full resupply and be buying a ton of food there, but a few specialty snack stuff for the next day or two. It was nice and hot, something hot in the morning. The view from the lake up at Jefferson, I got some good pictures of that. That'll be on here. So anyway, didn't stay long because they didn't have any place where that I could see where you could charge your batteries or your phone or whatever. And my one battery, I have 2 big battery packs. One of them was getting down to like 1 or 2 bars, so it would have been nice to charge for a couple hours there. Just kind of enjoy the morning at the lake, but with no charging, might as well just get miles. So finished my Sprite, my hot cider, and had a pastry there, and then took off. It's been pretty much 90% all downhill today, which has been nice. Or downhill or just smooth flat, which I've been able to make really good time so far. I think I'm 8 miles in total, counting the 2 before the lake. So actually probably closer to 9 now. Just stopped a little bit back, took a break after a little bit of an uphill section. Had a cheese tortilla, got service. It was like a perfect scenario. I wanted to stop. I was listening to my music this morning. I wanted to wait for a song that I didn't like to stop on. So that happened. My phone went off and I got service, and I found a nice shady spot. So it's like, that's just meant to be. And I was ready for a break. My legs were kind of tired. So I took a break, ate a little, drank what was left in my other liter, and was able to finally send out a Instagram, Facebook post about my progress. I've had opportunities, like I've had service, but I've just been so busy. Like all the 0 days, I don't want to waste time posting stuff when I'm with my family. Same thing when I was with my dad resupplying, and then I was hiking with my dad, so I don't want to spend time posting. So I took a little time to post an update, because I've been having people messaging me being like, "You okay?" It's been like, I don't know, 6, 7, maybe more days since a post. So had service and was able to post, give everyone an update. If I get service again tonight, I'll probably post another the next day. I was kind of doing 1 per day when I had service every day, but now, and I was like 2 days behind, Now I'm like 5 or 6 days behind. So get those updates out there. I decided against posting YouTube while I was on the trail. It was just too much work to edit it on top of the other posts and post the videos. So it's all just going to be post-trail. I'll probably pick a date and just release each day's video. That way I can kind of, not that I'm going to do a ton of editing to it, but I'd like to put the mileage in and like openers and closer kind of thing. Edit it a little. I don't want to add too much. I tried to do that before and it just gets overwhelming. Keep it simple. The videos are supposed to be short and simple. They're not perfect by any means. So anyway, mileage for the day. No super set plan. The more, like I said yesterday, the more I can do today, then I can do a big day tomorrow, and then, which would be Friday, and then Saturday, I can have a shorter day, like a 10 mile, 12 mile, something like that, into Timberline Lodge. And I was reading up about it, thinking about, I don't know what the outlet situation is there. I definitely need to charge by the time I get there. So hopefully there's an outlet in the restaurant or in the lobby or somewhere outside the building that they let people use for charging. If not, I was looking at a price at a room, but not only is it super expensive there all the time, I heard they do a hiker discount, but it's still in like 150 range on a regular weekday. Well, I'm going to be hitting there on the weekend, so I've heard upwards of like 300, so that's not happening. So hopefully I can find some kind of charging one there. I also heard, because of the COVID and limited seating in their dining room, where they do the breakfast buffet and they serve dinner, that they want you to reserve a day ahead. So I'm hoping tomorrow at some point I can have service, or early Saturday, and I can call and reserve a spot for dinner on Saturday night, and then also reserve a spot for breakfast Sunday morning, which is the most important because that's their famous breakfast buffet, and it's supposed to be super good. I think it's spendy, but still way cheaper than staying in a room. And I've heard people say it's the best food on trail in all the trail towns, so you can't miss that. It's like PCT famous. So that should be Saturday, and then Sunday breakfast, and then possibly my friend who hiked with me before was talking about coming out and meeting me Saturday or Sunday, but it's quite a drive for him, and hanging out for a little bit. So depending on if that happens, I could stay maybe later on Sunday and delay and leave Monday morning, maybe get 2 breakfasts if it's really good. I don't know. We'll just see how that all goes. If that doesn't happen, then I would be leaving Sunday, and then it's the same situation. I got a 2.5 day into Cascade Blocks, and do the half and then do a long and then do a short on the last one. And that probably will put me there earlier than my wife can pick me up. She can't pick me up until Thursday. Like I said, if I get in Tuesday or Wednesday, I can get a hotel in Cascade Locks for 1 or 2 days. Hang out, get clean, because I'm already on day 3 with a shower. It'll be 4 tomorrow. It'll be 5 in a Timberline. It'll be 6 leaving Timberline. It'll be 7 on the long day, and it'll be 8 in the Cascade Locks. So shower and laundry will be essential. So when I have consistent service, I was going to look up hotels in Cascade Locks and reviews on that and pricing, and kind of have that figured, maybe even book it when I'm at Timberline, because supposedly Timberline so high up, service everywhere around there, so that'll be nice. So that's the plan for today. I'm thinking like it was 19 miles from Olali Lake, so plus the 2 I did this morning are 2.5, so a low 20s day, like a 20 or 21, 22, somewhere in that range will put me in good shape to do high teens to 20s tomorrow, and then a short day on Saturday, which is also nice because there's a big climb up from Government Camp up to, which is the town at the base of Mount Hood, or the base of the drive up to Mount Hood. Up to Mount Hood is quite a hike, so if I have a shorter day that day, that would be nice, so I have plenty of time to take my time up the elevation again, but still get there with plenty of time to rest and charge and whatever, And if for some reason I'm not able to call ahead, maybe if I get there around lunchtime, I can still reserve a spot for dinner. I don't know if it's on a time basis, but maybe I can reserve a later date for dinner, or later time slot or something for dinner. So that's the plan for today. Way different than yesterday, all smooth grade. No river crossings that I'm aware of. No more bears, hopefully. So that is the plan. So I don't know how much I'll film. Doesn't sound very eventful. I'm just gonna hustle right along. If I can get done and do a 20-something by like 4 and take it easy the rest of the day, that'd be good. Because I just don't, after 20-some miles, it doesn't look like much in the way of campsites, at least not marked. I don't want to get like a long stretch where I can't find anything and end up hiking, later than I want to. So anyway, that's the plan. Onward. Okay, so it's about a little after 6:30. The 21 miles that I wanted to do or planned to do was to a lake, or no, not a lake, a river, which was actually more of a spring. When I got there, there was a ton of people camped there, and it had no service. So as I was refilling my water, I was looking at the elevation profile, and there was a big, well, not a big climb, but like a 3 or 4 mile climb that would be ahead of me in the morning if I camped there. So I decided to keep on going, even though there wasn't any tent sites listed on the map after that, figuring there's a bunch of dirt roads, and usually at every dirt road on each side there's at least one campsite less than a quarter mile in. So even though I was tired, but every mile I do today, I don't have to do tomorrow. So I pushed on and kept coming across sites, but no signal. I was like, well, how much further am I going to go? I'll go to the top. So I went to the highest elevation point, got 1 bar of signal. I was able to send a text out with kind of my location, just in case I found a spot outside of signal. And then I'm good to go, and signal kind of went in and out. And then when I had signal, it was this really dark part of the woods, and there was tons of blowdowns, and there was no place to set up a tent, like anywhere. Came across one that had an okay signal, but it was like right on the edge, literally on the edge of the trail. Just barely enough room for my tent. I'm thinking, if I don't get up early in the morning, everyone walking by in the morning, and I just don't like being that right on the trail like that. So I kept going a little further. There's a guy behind me, and I didn't know how far he was going. So it's like, I gotta keep in front of him, because there's gonna be a perfect site with signal, and he's gonna take it if I let him get in front of me. So I'm just booking it up the climb way faster than I probably should have, sweating after a long day. Never what you want to do right before you're going to bed, and it's gonna get cold. But anyway, he never got in front of me. Came to this big open section. You can probably see gigantic power lines behind me if you listen. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but they're just crackling above. So just beyond the power lines, there's a road, or a dirt road, and then just inside the canopy, two camp spots, just like I figured. So one of them's going to be perfect. I came out here to set up my, here, I'll show you, throw out my ground cover, because it got a little damp camping next to the lake last night, and my tent over there, well, there's a little bit of sun. Probably not the best idea sitting under the crackling power lines. Probably getting some form of cancer as we speak, but don't want a wet tent. So I'm going to sit out here until the sun goes past on these, and probably not going to get them completely dry, because it's not like very windy and not super warm, but just a little bit in the sun can't hurt. And then let's see, the power lines go way down the hill and up the other side. And then I'm gonna set up my tent right away, because it is gonna get dark soon. Get all that going. No lake tonight to soak my feet in, so they're gonna be filthy. Wipe them down really good. I'm starting to feel like what might be a couple new blisters, or I haven't been leucotaping my old ones because they haven't been hurting at all. So it just might be some of the old ones. So take a look at those tonight. Wipe myself down as best as possible. Oh. tent doesn't blow away. And then look at the mileage. It's a 20. I know it's more than 21 because that's where the stream was. I think it might be 25 or 26 even. So that's a good day, which means tomorrow doesn't have to be crazy. I'm still trying to make up my mind. Do I want 5 miles into Timberline Lodge, not tomorrow but the next day, or do I want 10 miles? There's no I mean, either one with 5 or 10. I'm probably not getting up early enough for breakfast there anyway, so that's not a factor. It's just how much do I want leading into it. It's about a 5-mile climb, so I could get right to the base of it, and I could camp and only have the 5 miles up the hill in the morning, which would be nice. But also I don't want to do too crazy too much tomorrow after 2 big days in a row. So also depends on how I sleep and how I feel in the morning. The elevation is downhill now because I did this in the morning, but then there's a lot of up and down, up and down, up and down. Nothing crazy like yesterday, but there is some, kind of roller coaster up and down to it throughout the day. And then depending on where I stop, there should just be the one big climb tomorrow. That's the plan. Probably gonna take the tent back, set that up. I have my wavy lays I picked up at Olali Lake this morning and A&W, so once I get all the stuff done, ready to go, then I will partake in that, which I've been excited for all day. And hopefully the signal is still relatively strong over there, so I can contact everyone, and maybe, I don't know, it's only been 1 bar, so probably not, but maybe make one more Facebook, Instagram post. What's the plan for tonight? But service has just been shoddy all day, which I assume it will be tomorrow. Like on the high points I'll get some, and then I won't, and then today was just all downhill, so the chances on an almost all downhill day of having much service are great. So we'll see how I sleep, and then we'll look at the mileage, exactly what it would be, how many I'd have to do to get a 5 into Timberline tomorrow. If it's doable, then that would be the ideal situation. It just kind of depends on how bad the uphills are tomorrow and how exposed. Wasn't very, besides the couple power line areas, wasn't very exposed at all today, which is super nice. After all the stuff around Jefferson and all the burn areas, it has been, and I've been hitting the middle of the day almost every time. So to not hit middle of the day burn areas was super nice today. So anyway, that's the plan. End of day 20, I do believe it is. Another 20 plus mile day, and possibly another 20 plus mile day tomorrow. We'll see. Saw a lot of northbounders today, so I assume there'll be a big group of us at Timberline. Hopefully there's some kind of power station. I don't need much, but I would just like to at least have 1 full battery charged right now, and the other one's down to like 1 bar. If I could get 1.5 to finish up, probably way more than I need, but it's just nice to have and not have to worry about it, just because the phone's got the maps on it, and it's my form of contact with the outside world and all that. And it's an easier way to use the Garmin too. If you have the phone, you don't have to go through all the typing functions. You can just link it right to your phone. It makes using the Garmin a lot easier. So anyway, I think that's it for today. I'm gonna go set up camp. Don't want to. I mean, I have to have a place to sleep, but just so tired at the end of the day. It's just like, one more thing. Another reason to stop earlier and not push, but I just don't like being in a crowded camp with a bunch of people, especially with my mattress. It's loud, and I move a lot in the night, and I hate keeping people up, especially because a lot of them are through hikers, and they probably don't have the loud blow-up mats, and I just don't like waking people up. So, plus, it's less elevation that I would have had to do first thing in the morning, and it's done. Every mile I do, I keep telling myself I'm going to do, I don't have to do it again. So even the bad burn sections, don't have to do it again. So, anyway, talk to you all in the morning.